Embrace the chickens, they said. And now they follow me around. You gotta love chickens, I was told. I don't know. They're like my, 20x shadow. Look at these guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Some of them are kind of cute. I'll admit, that one there looks like he's just seen aliens. He's got some kind of, top knot. It's a crazy looking chicken. Then we got a few with fluffy faces, like this one. And that one. I don't even know what kind of chickens these are. Then we got the nosy ones. These little guys. They're really like my shadow. If I don't watch, they're on my shoulders. I'm tripping over them. They're just around me. Look at that one with its super fluffy face. It's like it's got a full beard. I know, I hear you. Here's a crazy alien one. Got bit on the eye, looks like. You're looking fresh. And there's the puppy. Hi, Hawkeye. What are you doing, buddy? One of his favorite things to do is kind of play with the chickens. Unfortunately, play can often result in dead chickens. And it's one of the negatives to not having him outside is that he doesn't get to experience the chickens all the time. So he thinks they're a plaything, and it's a very undesirable trait in livestock guardian dogs. So he's unfortunately much more of a couch dog. I'm going to try to fix that though, and hopefully soon I'll get my fence up and I won't have to worry about him being a couch dog. Look at all the shit on my porch. He did last night though. There must have been a fox or something over here in this area. He did bark it off. He was out here barking, hair raised, being very ornery, and I came out and hit my flashlight over there and I saw a pair of blue reflective eyes looking back at me. So whatever was over there, he barked it off, because as soon as I turned my flashlight on, it looked back at me and then ran down behind that shed there. So he is doing what he's supposed to do. He just doesn't have a chance to do it. So we'll see. I think he's a good dog otherwise. He's mostly stopped crapping in the house, so, benefits. Yeah, look, you shove them out of the way and they still follow you. They just really want to eat. And I don't have any feed out here for them. What are you doing? That's a pretty chicken. It's got that crazy modeling. So I'll put a little bit of, oh, we're already over here. I'll put a little bit of layer mash down. I do have some feed, but these are 15-pound bags, and I'm feeling a little lazy this morning. I'm gonna carry them over there. So this is layer mash, and this is what I feed my laying hens, and you can see it's really dusty. A lot of people don't seem to like layer mash because it's so dusty. I love it. because the benefit is that I wet it, and all of that extra dust stays in suspension, and everyone gets to eat it. So oftentimes I'll take layer mash and wet it down real good and put it in a container, and I'll come out the next morning, the container is completely clean. So they've eaten all of it, absolutely all of it. So none of my layer mash goes to waste. See, they're fighting over it. I did come in here yesterday and find that a chicken had jumped up on here, fallen in, and gotten trapped. So you can see the dookies that I have to scoop out of here. Actually, that's a piece of alfalfa pellet. So you don't want dookie in your feed, because oftentimes what will happen is it can transmit. See, this isn't dookie. It can transmit sickness. If that chicken has something wrong with them and you refeed that dookie to other chickens or other birds, that sickness can be transmitted. So this is alfalfa. Alfalfa pellets, it's actually kind of a way of cheating for getting nice, very yellow yolks. Alfalfa has a lot of lutein in it, and it will create a very yellow yolk without a whole lot of effort. So if you feed alfalfa to chickens, you get super yellow yolks, almost orangey, and that's what will happen. So I'm gonna grab another handful. Now you may be wondering about these bins. These were actually the IBCs that I was storing my chicken feed in. I got tired of using a drill and getting it out of the thing on the side here. I think it's actually on that side. Pulling it out of the bin via drill. It sucks when it's raining, when it's cold, when it's snowing, when it's windy, when it's hot as hell and you're sweating and it gets all over you. So I recently procured this Connex here, and I made some actual bins out of them. So my feed gets stored in here, open top, but in a closed area. So we don't get mice and vermin and stuff in here crapping in our feed. And you can see here, it locks. So you take this guy, swing it in. And this is actually a container that was made in 1977. So it's an old container. Yeah, here we go, 1977. So it's old, but it's still, it's got a little bit of rust on the bottom, but otherwise it's in perfectly fine condition. It's actually kind of a short one. They're supposed to be, high cubes are supposed to be 9 foot, and this is just a little bit shorter. I do have a couple of holes where it looks like something hit it, a forklift or something. So I got to fill these holes. I need to get myself some metal and weld it in there. There's another one here, and I think there's one more, but this is a rust hole in the back here. So just need to fill in. I think that's all I have. Fill in those holes and it'll be completely sealed, and that'll keep the vermin out. So anyway, chickens. I need to get rid of some chickens. I've sold most of them, a lot of roosters, and I say most of them, I've sold a lot of them. Mostly roosters I've sold. I sold a bunch of hens too, between $8 and $5 for hens, and I made my money back because I bought 190 of them and only paid $1 for each. So I made my money back on the ones that I have sold, but I still find myself with a shitload of chickens. Now these chickens are stupid. I've lost about 20 of them, and it's not through sickness or anything like that. It's actually because that doghouse right there, they would go in there and hide, and there would be so many of them in there. I thought at first that they were like standing on each other and suffocating each other, but it turns out that they weren't actually suffocating each other. They were just so stupid they wouldn't come out of that doghouse and go eat. So they actually sat in there and starved, no matter if I put the food right outside the doghouse on the inside of the run there, or if I poured some food into it, they were okay, but you know, they generally didn't eat. And every time I picked one up that had died, I felt its crop and it was completely empty, and the whole bird was kind of emaciated. So they were just stupid and they died. But you know, what's 20 out of 190? Not a whole lot. So yeah, anyway, chickens. Come here, mister. You're gonna say goodbye. Yeah, look at you. Look at you with your crazy whatever you got going on top there. I mean, you're a pretty chicken. And this is a female. You can tell because the comb on the top is very small. Most females won't gain a comb at all until they're a couple months old. You know, and then we have that tiny comb, which I'm used to, which is a regular comb. And then we have this kind of comb, which I'm not entirely sure what it is. Rose comb or some, I don't know. I honestly have no idea, but that one over there has a much larger comb like this. It's like fat and squiggly. It doesn't have tips or anything. So look at her. She's like, yeah, I like being held now that I know what it is. You're a little jerk. So you can see that one with its crazy looking comb. Much larger. It's like it almost has 3 combs that are joined together. Or 2, I don't know. I'd love to know what the breed stock is. Just, you know, for my own edification. And we got that one there. I don't know what this is either. But that's probably a rooster, if I had to guess. It's got a larger comb. And that's the other one with the crazy hairdo. You see that kind of bump on the top of its head. That one in the back behind that rooster, but yeah, behind that other rooster. It's like he's wearing a little helmet. Oh, and did you see that? Did you see that? There's Hershey back there, sipping some water with his girlfriend Truman. I got chickens everywhere. It's ridiculous. All right, see you guys.